This week's episode is brought to you by Restless Moons Brewing, a Harrisonburg original. If you're looking for a true local hangout, this is it. They've got fantastic craft beer and a community vibe that's unmatched. Find your new favorite spot at 120 West Wolf Street. Visit restlessmoons.com or find them on Facebook for the full schedule. Restless Moons, your porch away from home. Stay local.
Bonjour les enfants, c'est l'heure du podcast numéro 1 en français in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Time for bingo is life. Wow. Hopefully there's no one who actually speaks French listening to that.
Oh, man.
We have a great show lined up tonight, kids.
La Vita Bingo.
I'm Jay Zare. That was just a picture of me as a doctor, and over here we have the other two doctors, the other three doctors, Chris and Mike Howdy Show, Dr. Christian Barrett.
Hi.
And we got bum shackles in the house. We got a whole bunch of people sitting around the table here,
I am not a doctor.
and a bunch of cool stuff.
So much cool stuff.
We have a real doctor.
We have a real doctor.
We do have a real
We have
doctor.
two doctors?
Two doctors.
Yeah.
I'm just an MFA, which is mother awesome.
MFA, nice. That's good.
But first, bingo.
Oh,
Bingo.
wow. It was a wild one.
Who was that weird guy that was substituting
extra
for?
for
I'm
the-
breathing heavy because I was a BBIT, a bingo boy in training tonight.
Yes.
I was,
That's a pretty scary job.
what an honor. It was exhausting. I don't see how you guys do it. It was amazing. But what an honor. It was so fun. The crowd was amazing, wasn't it, Chris?
The crowd was amazing, and they were loud and fun.
I'm
so
not
that was
allowed
cool.
to do it anymore because I said a bad word one time. An unfamily friendly word.
It was a muffa word. MFA.
To the children playing bingo.
Yes.
Yes.
We had a nice. We had some people from DC that come every time that they come into town.
Yes.
they come to bingo, which I think is really cool. And she was
Very
like, "It's on the calendar when we come down
That's
here to
awesome.
Harrisonburg. We try to get to your bingo show."
Fantastic.
And I just want to thank you and happy birthday to them. And then we had the guy from Funky's Skate.
Yeah.
And that whole family is
Chester
amazing.
Funky.
Yeah, and it was his birthday, and so they
nice.
were partying and having
And-
fun. Oh,
He won the chance to win $100.
Oh, nice.
And on his birthday, guess what he did? He didn't win $100.
He didn't, no.
But he had a good time.
Lost it completely, huh?
Did you say
God.
his name was Chester Funky? What did you say?
Isn't that what they said last time?
Old man Funky's boy.
That was you.
Old man Funky's
Old man Funky's boy, Chester.
of course. Man, so earlier this evening, if I'm not mistaken, Grayson Pritchard was here,
Yes.
and he recorded an ad
Yes.
that will now go before his episode.
That is correct.
And that's something that we're doing. So if you're hearing this now and you're like, "Oh, I did an episode. I want to do an ad," come talk to us. We can make that happen.
That's
That's
right.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Looking back on where I am now, I've just got to say, Ruby's Pizza really still does it for me. Enjoy my episode. I'm some old guy.
That was when we interviewed Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life.
I remember that episode. That was great.
Thank you. I didn't feel comfortable actually identifying who that voice is.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, these guests have to get up and teach school tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get to him.
Guests,
Yes.
please tell us about these guests.
Today we have two doctors.
Two doctors.
Yeah.
Almost.
A
For the
doctor
price of one.
and a muffa.
Muffa.
Our doctor is a returning guest. It is Dr. Dorothy Polanz. Dr. Doe Polanz.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And muffa. Adrienne Hooker.
You can call me Dr. Hooker.
Dr. Hooker.
Nice.
All right.
Excellent.
That'll cost you extra.
So, Dr. Hooker, what do you teach?
I teach media arts and design. So
SMAD.
SMAD.
Okay.
At JMU. Yeah.
Fantastic. Cool.
You know our friend who's been on the podcast before, probably, Dietrich Mounty, correct? There we
Yes,
go.
I do.
You can tell me all the bad things about Dietrich later.
Offline.
Hey,
Yeah.
offline, please.
And
And,
Doe teaches some wonderful subjects as well, including Commedia dell'arte. I don't know the names of your classes, so I'm just going to do like chunk things. What do they
do
call
a
genres?
lot. I do a lot. I do a cabaret class.
There it is.
I do feminist class. I teach culture, languages, literature, 18th century, 19th century, just, about everything under the sun in French, in English.
All the
and,
centuries.
just a lot. Yeah.
And you've brought a cavalcade of fun toys and knickknacks and bits and brick and brack.
Gotta have my toys.
This
it's
is
very
beautiful,
exciting.
by the way.
Yeah. So
And-
someone needs to describe what this is.
I can explain. I can.
Yes,
There's
yes.
a lot. There's a lot. So Adrienne called it. This is her. But hey, that's my research.
Gotcha.
This is serious.
It's great
Oh.
though.
She said no. Sorry. She said this is her crazy. So this is my crazy. But perhaps we can explain just the context that I'm here to promote with Adrienne an exhibit that's happening on campus. And this exhibit is called Marie Antoinette Pop Culture Icon. So again, this is the 250th anniversary of this country this year. So I thought that was particularly fitting, right? But this is about Marie Antoinette, and it's actually not about Marie Antoinette.
No.
Oh.
It's more about the guillotines. I'm seeing a lot of blades.
Well, I'm going to show you because people cannot see what we have here. So item number 1 is a Chamber of Horror glow in the dark guillotine.
Oh, Chamber of Horrors.
Use your imagination.
Glow in the dark
Glow in the-
guillotine.
It's got some really mean-looking French guys. On
Yeah.
Would you say it's a toy? Would you say it's a bit of home decor?
It looks like a board game.
This is a model, so you just
It's a model.
it works.
okay.
None of them.
It works.
It's none of
You can
those.
guillotine
You
your
could
little
cut off your finger.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
do that. But the exhibit is about international objects, so objects from all over the world. For example, this guy. I don't know if you can identify this.
This is a book. We're seeing a book here that says Power.
Anime kind of thing.
Yes,
Yes.
So this is a manga in which Marie Antoinette comes back from the dead with a vengeance. So
Yes.
she's a
Ooh.
bodybuilder, and she built a lot of muscle, and
Yeah.
she's killing off everyone.
Okay. All right.
Power
Revenge.
Antoinette.
Power Antoinette.
Just the regular stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Let's just
how
go.
we all do it
What
after
about
we
this
die.
one?
Oh, we've got another object.
Is that a human heart?
Oh no, it's a salt and
No.
pepper shaker. It is. Yeah,
Look, the head comes up and
just for
it's
shaking your
A
salt and pepper.
decapitated Marie Antoinette.
That is
Okay, for those who
amazing.
can't see, it's a very
Yeah.
dainty-looking porcelain bust
Yes.
of Marie Antoinette, but then the
head comes
off,
off.
and it's a salt and pepper
and
shaker.
it's salt and pepper.
Is the head the salt or the pepper?
It's, I think, well, the bust is 3. So I'm not sure. But,
Depends on
classic,
how much pepper
everybody
you
wants
want.
this on their table.
Oh,
Sure,
absolutely.
sure. I tell you what, I will try to do is I'll take some pictures and I'll try to post these in with this show notes.
Well, my
Oh,
question is, wasn't Marie Antoinette a bad guy? I mean,
Okay. So this is the question.
Are we there
So,
yet?
oh, sorry.
I know
jumping the gun.
I think this is the question. So I said that this exhibit, people ask me, like, why are you so obsessed with Marie Antoinette? Like, I couldn't care less about Marie Antoinette. Because this is not about Marie Antoinette.
Aha.
It's about how we represent her, and in fact, it's about us.
Ooh.
So, when you look at stuff...
Like she's a mirror.
Yeah, she's... Exactly. So that's exactly that. So, whenever you have this... This is, a comic with, the famous let them eat cake and a cupcake and, all of that. But this is what it says about us. I mean, that's why I love pop culture and history. Is like we can talk about history, but it's a lot about us. So the question, and, going to explain a little bit the concept of the exhibit is you're going to be the judge. Was she a bad queen? Was she not? But it's not so much about her as a historical character, but what we do with her.
Right.
Like the kind of... I mean, look at this. This is... If you can describe, this is a...
Okay, what are we looking
Yeah,
at?
it's
here?
an earring.
Earring.
An earring.
It's
Okay.
a sparkly earring.
Oh,
It's
and
a
it is in the shape
guillotine.
of the guillotine.
Is that her head that it's
Yes,
fallen
yes,
off the?
yes.
Oh,
It's
that
not
is
a brain,
fantastic.
it's her head.
Yes.
Sparkly blood.
So,
Sparkly
Sparkly
glitter
blood.
blood.
Pink.
what kind of things are gonna be at this exhibit?
So there's going to be all this kind of stuff and more. We're going to have shoes, we're going to have makeup, we're going to have... But basically the exhibit is based on a concept, and Adrienne designed this with a class.
My students.
Yes, her students, and she did. So what was the name of the class?
It is visual communication design and SMAD.
So we have the community working, and they did each display case is a different room. So you have like the eating, like the dining room, the bedroom, the jail, And each one is based on the concept of let them. So we have let them die, let them eat, let them fantasize, and one of them, Jay, is let them judge.
That sounds like your room, Jay.
I just want to circle back to you have the rooms of your house,
Right.
and then you listed them, normal, jail. Why not?
You don't have one?
Oh, you know what?
The dungeon.
Yeah, the sex dungeon is still in. It's still in concept state. It's
Haven't
not
structured
we
that out
haven't.
yet.
We haven't.
You should
what do
come
call
by.
it? We haven't
Design
broken
it.
ground yet.
It's just roughed in.
Yeah, we've just broken a lot of hearts.
Well, now, historically, how long ago? And I see the manga, and she became a pop cultural character. How long ago did that start? I mean,
That's a very good point. BC, this is before Coppola.
She's referring to the Sofia Coppola film
Thank you.
starring Kirsten Dunst,
Yes.
in which
Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette was made.
I saw
was-
some cool pictures from that. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
actually
very
watch it.
stylized.
Very good.
There's a lot of there's absolutely a lot of historical accuracy in some of the designs and reputation, but most of it is, it's like there's a lot of rock music layered in.
Actually, I did see
Yeah.
some part of that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's also very sad. But
I mean, I think, before BC, before Coppola, that was 2005. Marie Antoinette was, used as a vehicle for actresses to wear beautiful costume, beautiful set and all. And after the Coppola movie, it was the teenage queen. So the rebel, and suddenly Marie Antoinette was like a feminist. So it's depending on the time period and what you side. She could be a feminist, she could be bad, she could be good. You can project a lot of things, because my theory is that she's so vacant. She's so plain that you can project anything you
blank
like.
slate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly, like a canvas.
She's a canvas, right?
She's a canvas.
Yeah.
So
How,
that's,
how much
that's
is there in the historical record that's actually there? I mean, did she write anything? Or?
I mean, love letters. She's not a powerhouse politically. She's just a fashion queen. So yeah, she were. And my students always watch the movies like, but she didn't know. Like all the people. It's like, oh come on. She's the queen of France. It's like, well, but she didn't know. She was just having fun. So. It's up to you, but it's very interesting to see like how the 2% ruin the country, and when you're hungry you're angry, right? So the French people had no bread, and they're like, okay, well, let's cut some, right?
Somebody's head had to roll.
Yeah.
it's
Did
that.
she actually say let them eat cake? Do you think?
That's a good question. So no, she did not, but it's what's associated with her, and what's interesting to me is what stick. So Marie Antoinette, what do we know about this? Like maybe a wig, a poof, let them eat cake, the necklace, that's about it. So we're going to play on this a lot to teach people that it's about us, what we do with it, with our historical figure, how we have fun. How can you have fun with a very bloody, violent revolution that lasted 10 years, and that changed the course of the world. But not every government or people, kill off their leaders like that. That was extremely violent. We hear about silent revolution, peaceful revolution. This was a very bloody, gory revolution, and there was, negotiation that did not happen, that went nowhere. So, start, guillotine, just like this board game, the card game where you win by getting ahead.
There's a picture on the cover of this.
We
of the box of this
really
game.
like puns, apparently.
I know you would like.
Fascinated.
It's a little colonial head peeking out of a basket.
Yeah, the basket, and probably the guillotine
And
was
that's a game?
active until 1970 in France.
Now, this could be erroneous information.
1970.
Yes.
Jay's like, but anyway, let's talk about
Jen, how old were you in 1970?
I was
Mid-40s.
12.
Okay, and when you were 12, they were still cutting people's heads off in France.
Yeah, I'm sure they were
and that
doing.
was the most humane thing that they had too. They were like, this is better than anything else.
Well,
It's better than
you could
hanging.
choose, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was bringing up. The guillotine originally was a humanist.
Absolutely, it was a human because it's very fast.
It was fast, and
And then you chop. But basically, it's that before you were hanged, or if
Wow.
or you can be beaten up, and it takes time to kill someone.
There was
It
a
takes,
lot of torture.
it's like
She knows.
lethal injection, or
Or like the horse, like.
Oh, no.
the drawing
drawing
quarter.
Oh.
Now,
So
why?
She did sound a lot like a chef there. Chop, 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 chop.
Yeah.
Why now? Why are you connecting this? I'm going to let you guys explain why you're connecting this to the American 250th celebration?
Well, I think it's because when I first came to JMU, I met Adrienne, and I sent her the design of an exhibit on Marie Antoinette, and it's like, yeah, you're crazy, see ya. And 10 years later, I come back, and I was like, I'm still gonna do this, but the collection grew a lot more. It's object from Japan, France, the US.
The Japanese are interested?
They're obsessed with Marie Antoinette.
Interesting.
Absolutely obsessed. So,
Can I ask where this collection? This is yours. Is it where do you get this? How do you get this?
What's a very embarrassed look?
I know.
right now
Sorry, I'm sorry. How do you get these things?
Don't be ashamed. Own it, own it.
So that's what is hard with curating pop culture, is because a lot of those stuff are out of print, out of stock. I mean, trying to get makeup palette from the 2000, it's very hard to get archive on record. So I'm passionate by pop culture, but it's very hard to curate. And a lot of people say this is crap, but the Barbie Marie Antoinette is over $3,000.
Yes, right.
So that's this kind of stuff. But yeah, I collect through a lot of working with individual and looking on eBay is my Bible.
Gotcha.
eBay.
So you just kind of find things, and you're like, that will do.
That's it. Yeah,
Okay,
because
gotcha.
as Adrienne know that I came to her with a concept. So the concept of the exhibit is a piece of cake. So I designed a piece of cake, and she helped me with the different layers of representation. So it's very academic, but it's also super fun because that's a bridge between my students and the past. So it's like, how can they understand what happened if I don't connect with them a bit? So this is about their culture, but also it brings the discussion to the table. And Adrienne helped me curate all this because I showed her stuff, and she's like, oh my god, what it's a lot. And
Well,
then
and I know
gotta decide.
we originally had divided up by the things, right? So
Right.
here's all the dolls. I'm like, we want a display of dolls?
Yeah, sure.
And then we had,
A room full.
Right, like it was decor, and so having my students work on it brought it closer to
Sure.
what we want the audiences to know. And the let them idea actually came from the students. Me being a little bit older too, your listeners won't know by my sultry voice, but
A little bit older than who? Not anybody at this table.
but they were the ones that said the let them is this kind of trend on social media.
Okay.
And
yes.
it's this
the
idea
kids.
of the kids brought it.
these days.
And so they very much, it's more of like we don't care what the haters think. Let them do whatever.
Yeah.
And so when that happened in my class, we're like, oh, hold up.
That's it.
We're like, that's it. And so then we really started playing with all of the different verbs, right, that Doe had mentioned. And so we first started, like I said, with a very sort of academic, very linear sort of display. But then when we brought this let them and started doing rooms and started mixing and matching, and it's really dynamic.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Because you don't
It's
have
super
all
fun.
the games in one place.
Right.
You don't have all the dolls in one place. You don't have all the decor in one place.
Right.
They're all spread out according to these different
Is it-
rooms
is it
or
all-
these themes.
Is it all your stuff?
So it's all my stuff. Yes.
So just so
That's awesome.
to be perfectly clear, where do we go to see this?
Yes, this is important. So I probably have the biggest, most extensive collection of pop culture items, because I'm not a fetishist. I'm not obsessed with Marie Antoinette, but I'm obsessed with what society does with that. I'm fascinated, So basically, it's on campus, the Soul Hill Gallery in Duke Hall. But what's really super fun is the opening night, which is May 7th.
Thursday night.
Yes, so I do a talk at 4:30 to explain all of this, but there's going to be a ton of surprise and Marie Antoinette cosplayers. You know me, I'm going to have cosplayers. So
That's
there's going
awesome.
to be cupcake cosplayers and all this. We have also a whole display made by students that it's called Visions of Marie Antoinette, and it's artwork that students made, and they're going to be winners. And the winners are going to be announced, and we have, Rocktown High that participate. So it's about, the community, the JMU students, but it's going to be a lot of fun and surprise.
Is that still at Latimer Schaefer?
The what?
Latimer Schaefer, is that still where Soho Gallery is?
Duke Hall.
Duke Hall.
So you walk in that main door, and you'll see it. There'll be a clue to where this is. It's not in the main
Clue.
gallery.
It's not a guillotine, is it?
It's a trail of glitter, probably.
Yeah, glittery blood. Yeah, just
Knowing Doe, it's probably a trail of glitter.
but it will direct you to
we've got a
the
flyer.
Sawhill
this is
Gallery.
beautiful.
Oh, cool. So Marie Antoinette reminds me, I feel like she is a character that reminds me of, what's the guy from Breaking Bad? The main man.
Saul?
Walter White.
Yeah, Walter
Walter
White.
White. Because she's a bad. I think she's a bad person, but we like her. That's how you project onto your canvas.
An anti-hero.
That's it. Yes, I think she's a but obviously she's a hero. I mean,
Well, what's interesting is that you can look at different. She's comparable to Marilyn Monroe, Lady Di. You have different phases of her. You know, it's like a Pokemon.
Okay.
You know, you have like
Yes.
you know, the phases, but you get the Marie Antoinette teenagers. Like, oh, she's just 14. She got married at 14, and you know, it was hard. She had to give up everything in her country. She could not speak her language anymore. You know, it just like she got to become literally French. And of
Where
course,
did she start out?
Austrian.
Austrian.
She was, and she's married off. You know, but most people
Like
were
Melania.
married at 14. Yeah. But you know, she could be like basically teenage Marie Antoinette. Then you get the mother phase where she's like redemption. Like, oh, she's a mother. She's good to her kid. And then when she dies, she's the martyr. So you can have the teenager, the mother, the martyr. So anybody
All the phases
can,
of
like,
womanhood.
Exactly. So you can
We all die as
Maiden,
martyrs.
maiden mother crow.
So you could get she's like a victim of the patriarchy, being
Exactly.
ripped out at 14.
Totally.
So depending on the society, you can portray it in a very flattering light, like
Right.
Sofia Coppola did. You know, in the trilogy of Virgin Suicide and Lost in Translation, Marie Antoinette was like, oh, she's just a poor, lost, rich girl. You know, this is very similar to Coppola's, corpus. Or you can do like, oh, well, she was just, the Austrian bitch, as they called her in France. So I was like, well, she was just a greedy, ditzy blonde who just spent all the money. So depends on you, basically, not on her.
how old was she when she was killed?
Well, she was probably, she was still in her 40s. So
In her
it was pretty
40s,
young,
okay.
but her daughter was kept in jail. She was 15, her daughter. But she had 4 kids and only one made it to adulthood. So it's a tough word, of course, but nothing particular about Marie Antoinette. Being Martina at 14 or all of this, like, you know,
It just was somewhat common back then.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
you had no teenagehood. You
Yeah.
go from kids to adult life.
Yeah.
So what Coppola did that was revolutionary was like, well, she was just a teenager, but that concept is very modern. So it was a lot about Coppola more than Marie Antoinette.
Is there like I'm not going to use the right word, but like an archetype that she fits into that,
Totally.
that like what would that be?
Well, it depends. Again, it could be
Like-
the teenager,
Right.
the mother, the martyr. She could be, they call her the rebel queen, because she was also trying to break away from the Versailles etiquette. That was very stuffy. And she just like, that. I'm just going to,
I mean, are there
I'm
any?
gonna build a little garden out back and
that's
just
right.
not wear my corset
Exactly.
and
So that
just
could
pretend
be-
like I'm in a little pastoral setting. So yeah, I mean,
that could be feminist too.
Yeah.
corset in the garden.
But I will
exactly.
also say, I mean, the objects that are political, so political figures, and that ranges the gamut, usually are the negative ones. So if Marie
Right.
Antoinette's going to be negative, it's in a political sense.
Very
But
true.
then we have runways of cake dresses and fashion, and
Right.
and that's when she becomes something that's idolized, right? So, and I know my students picked up on that really quickly, right? So I think it really depends on who is using her as an
Absolutely.
icon.
So I've got a question then. What do you hope that this, people who visit the exhibit, what do you hope that they take away?
Well, yeah, that's the fun. We have a sort of a treasure hunt in the display cases, but there is each display case has highlighted item, and you can go from one to another and find out clues. So
Oh, interesting.
like it's very interactive.
Yes, very nice.
And we're working on this. So it's like, well, if you count the number of guillotine in this display, go to that display. So it's a little bit like a,
Scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt. Thank you. So you go from one display to the next. So the visitor can learn stuff that are historically accurate,
Sure.
but they can also see like Kylie Jenner, Rihanna as Marie Antoinette, or
Sure.
like what's the story behind this? And like Adrienne says, is it positive, is it negative? But mostly all this is also very serious and academic, because there is my colleague Guy Spielman from Georgetown University that's going to be in attendance. And, we started to work on this concept like 20 years ago.
Right.
No.
So, yes, it takes a long time.
So it seems to me that what a person learns will be based on what they bring to the exhibit themselves.
Yeah, it's basically through your eyes, right?
Yeah,
so,
right,
and
right.
that's why one of the display case that Adrienne, conceptualizes, let them judge.
Yes,
That feature
right.
a mirror.
Let them judge.
Okay, all right, okay. I've got a vision. Okay, imagine this. You walk into a room, there is nothing but a pair of headphones. You put those headphones on, and this show right now is playing about Maria
Mario Andretti.
Mario Andretti. And then the poster above just says, let them podcast.
That's right. That could be a whole thing. And that could be Marie Antoinette in the radio show. It's insane. Everywhere you look, I still find nook
Thank you.
of
Thank you.
That
where
was
she
really
could
good.
be. But I need to look into this because, it's everywhere.
Well, we do
Around
have the student that actually, when we were strategizing and concepting the exhibit, she completely compared Marie Antoinette to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And did
Yeah.
the entire life
Yep.
cycle of Marie Antoinette by
And-
her albums, by Taylor Swift albums.
Totally great.
Did they match up?
parallel, especially since
Yeah.
people want
Fun.
Taylor Swift to stand up for something and say oh no,
She hasn't
yeah.
gotten to that martyr stage.
right. She hasn't gotten to the point where she's
she'll
ready
get
to
there.
say no. I'm not.
No, because you have to die young to be a martyr.
Oh.
Rule number one. Let it die, Marilyn
number
Monroe.
one.
You gotta
No.
die young. You gotta die young.
Unless you're
Tragic
like
death.
an old man, they can die.
That
martyrs
doesn't
too.
work.
Like what about the one?
I do. So I have the only time I've been to Paris, and
Oh my God, I'm sorry for you.
no, I loved it. It was
Howdy in
Wow.
Paris. Come
it was
on.
hold on. Let me see if I can
It's a
even think of the
Lifetime
year.
movie.
It was 2008, and we were on. We did one of those little river cruises, and you're going down the Seine, and all of a sudden the people are like, that's where Marie Antoinette was
Yes,
killed.
in the jail, la conciergerie.
Yeah.
She was and that's one of the room we have on display. The background was exactly your jail.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you gotta see that.
Yeah, that's
And the actual
that's very cool.
guillotine, the blade.
The actual blade.
Not here,
It
but
exists?
an image of it.
Yeah. Well,
We did not steal it.
Okay. Does the actual
International
does the
incident.
actual blade still exist that they used
So
on
you
her?
can. I went to the VMA. They did a fantastic exhibit on Marie Antoinette, and they had the blades.
The actual one that-
Right after she died, there was a whole fetishization of her, like her hair, like the dress she was in,
Yeah.
the blade. So a lot of people. That's why she was not buried in a proper burial, because
There wasn't enough of her left.
Yes. No, they didn't want to fetishize.
Wow.
I
and
see. Okay.
So there's
Sorry,
like,
I went real dark.
But it's very much this is like there was the immediate. During a lifetime, she started to be an icon.
Who was fetishizing her after she died?
The royalists, the people who
okay.
not everybody was in favor of the revolution, right? So there
Right.
was people like, what have we done? And that's why I think Japan is obsessed with Marie Antoinette, because a lot of European countries still have royalty, monarchies, so people are like, wow, the French went all out, so they could like, whew, they're like scared, but also, excited by that too.
Yeah, like
It's
Nepal right
and you
now.
can use
Yeah.
this as a model, as a threat. It's like, hey, remember what we did to Marie Antoinette? And Marie Antoinette was actually featured by Gojira at the Olympic Games ceremony. They did a
Yes,
visual
yes.
of.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Yeah, excellent Gojira.
Yeah.
And I guess you could argue that what happened in France was an extension of what happened in the United States, that the same fervor continued on, or
I mean, we supported the War of Independence, and Marie Antoinette actually wore a wig, and there was a boat in it. But there was La Belle Poule when the boat, the French boat, won against the British. But we were on the side of the the young nation, so we were supporting the American. And I hope people can still remember that we're like big ally and friends.
Lafayette.
Lafayette, you go to Monticello, you see that guy.
Hey, I want to stop the conversation for a quick second because I do want to mention Restless Moons. Oh, no. They are a wonderful sponsor. Yes, right. And
Where no one has ever been publicly executed.
No, I don't.
At Restless Moons.
Not yet.
Yet.
Not even comics.
Well, it may feel like that sometimes.
We did have a rough improv show there one time where we all stood up and were ready to start our show, and we looked out at the audience, and John introduced us by saying, well, there's more of us than there are of you. And then 2 people got up and walked out.
Oh, wow.
You'll have memorable experiences that are probably better than that when you go to Restless Moons.
Well, you know, that's what I like about Restless Moons. They're willing to take those kind of chances.
And there's always
for
a
those
good
types of
story.
shows.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, I just definitely wanted to throw it out there. Restless
Absolutely.
Moons, get out there. What a great place.
And warm weather is here now, so
yes.
that amazing back deck that they have where, you can see music and sit at the picnic tables and there's lights.
If you
and
drink
stuff.
enough, you can see the music.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, just for fun, I don't want to get the date wrong. but
Yeah.
June 5th?
June 5th,
June 5th.
1991 cover show at Restless Moons.
Yeah.
And the weekend before that is the Townie Together.
That's right.
So there's like 2 weekends in a row. Restless Moons is going to be totally hopping and lots of fun music. So there you guys come.
Very cool.
And they're getting close on their new space. It's
Wizard Mode
Wizard Mode.
Brewcade.
Cool.
Brewcade.
Brewcade.
Everyone's looking forward to that.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back to the guillotine questions.
Yeah.
Well, and
So, okay, you're saying guillotine?
Yeah. Is that wrong?
I don't know.
It's very wrong.
Yes.
2 L's, Chris. Just let it go. Don't use. You ignore them.
You go Gia, right?
Gia.
Guillotine.
So there's no Gilla.
No,
It's a
no,
Gia.
never.
Gia.
Chris,
It's not a Gila monster.
Yes, thank you. The correct pronunciation is guillotine.
Guillotine.
Speaking of which, though, how bad was my French intro? Was that even recognizable as the French language?
I understand bonjour les enfants, something like that. Like hello little children. That was about it.
Yeah, I only practiced for 45
Sorry,
minutes.
Jay.
You asked me, and you know how we brutally honest. So
Very well.
She is brutal. She's very brutal.
So the correct pronunciation is guillotine?
exactly.
Okay.
Guillotine.
Exactly. Think about the name of my like Guy. Guillotine.
Guillotine.
Guillotine. But it's true, you just ignore most of the letters.
You did have a question about it, though. The guillotine.
Because its name.
Now that I've learned how to say it, I'm good.
It comes from the name of a doctor, Dr. Guillotin.
That's right.
Oh,
It
was
a
he?
dude.
He just cut people's heads off?
No,
That
he was a
his-
doctor, and it's like here's a human way to help people die without suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the lobotomy started out as maybe a good idea, and it turned out not to.
Well, there was
be.
a
It
lot
helped
of
me.
a lot of things in the 19th century that they thought were good ideas that are no longer considered.
It's true. Doctors were saying like you should smoke to help loosen up your vocal cords.
But they were also being paid by the tobacco companies.
Yeah, so exactly.
Yeah.
So it changed with the time.
Who wrote the story, right?
Right.
The weather is. It sounds like she's doing like a weather report.
know.
I feel like we're at
There's a
the
monologue
airport.
happening.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to Ruby's Arcade and flying with us. Please have a safe
She's-
visit while we
like, there's-
touch down here in sunny
We're at a
Harrisonburg.
terminal.
Yeah, is she
The
doing
weather
ads right
is
now?
60 degrees Fahrenheit, and if you're on the south side of a building, you might catch that setting sunset.
Bingo, his life will be on Concourse C. Concourse C.
So I will throw out there. Thank you, Rubies, for being our sponsor. We love you and your extremely long announcements at the end of the night.
If we'd
Perfect
listened to it,
podcast background right there.
if we'd listened to the announcement, we may have known what it was.
This is a soundproof booth, right?
Yeah.
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 I hope she wasn't telling us that we needed to evacuate or anything.
I know, right?
We
Almost
laughed.
heard it.
Don't worry
Almost
about
heard
the
it.
smoke.
I really like these posters. Who did those?
So this was a student from WLC, Word, Languages and Cultures Department, my department. And this was a student called Ruth, and she designed all of this. So we're very grateful because this is about the students. None of this will exist without the students. This is for them, with them. So it's really a collaboration, and I hope to see a lot of high school students too, because
yes.
I'm just very excited because I learned so much. Like, what do you know about this person? And then I work from them. So this is really that bridge through time and culture that I'm fascinated about.
All right, so my son is in French 2 in high school.
We should have had him come down and do
he
the
made it
intro.
through. He made it through the first one, so now he's in French 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to
He needs to
tell
make an art
him
piece.
to come.
Oh, please bring a piece.
Make an art piece.
Make an art piece.
You can
Yeah.
it can be the winner.
Students can
So
contribute
it could be like
art.
2D, 3D. You can do ceramic. You can do painting, watercolor. You can sculpt anything. It's called Visions of MA, and this is all for all of the 10 artists. Students of Harrisonburg. Anybody can submit. The
That's
deadline is
cool.
April 30th.
Have you talked to the high school?
I went to Rockton High, and
okay.
I did a beautiful presentation. Thank you for my colleague Lily and Cara for inviting me there. That was just fantastic. So.
Oh, that's so
It was
cool.
really cool. Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
because we have a lot of, Halloween costume, comic
did
books, so
that,
things
yeah.
like people really, when they dress up, when you have a celebrity dressing up as Marie Antoinette, it's like, what does it mean? What's remaining? Throughout time, we still talk. Nobody is that close to being represented, in movie, in series, in song. Killer Queen. Queens,
Yeah, right.
She's in that song. She's just absolutely everywhere. Killer Queen.
Now we're all running through the lyrics in our head.
I
aren't
know,
we?
right? Marie
Yeah.
Antoinette. This is one of those moments where I really wish people could see.
Well, I'm going to describe the shoes.
the shoes.
Yeah,
You're
the
going to
shoes
try
are-
them on, aren't you?
Well, I tell you what. So there's
So Dr. Doe, she's surrounded by all this
Cupcakes.
all these
Strawberries,
things.
satin pink ribbons, fluffy lace, brocade or some touch of
And
stuff.
in the middle here are two shoes.
pastels.
High heels.
Hi,
but the head
They're Mary
comes
Janes.
off.
Thanks.
the
So
Mary
one-
Janes.
On one side is just her head. The other side is her body. And there's a
yeah.
little bit of blood where the
Where her neck is.
guillotine.
Guillotine.
The
right?
guillotine.
Yes.
Whoosh.
And that's interesting because you can see the cake, and unfortunately,
this
she's
cake,
like
yeah.
totally forever being associated with a phrase she didn't say.
She
I
didn't
wonder
say.
where that came from.
So where
then.
that come from? That's a good question. So fake news, propaganda.
Oh.
So just like
It
in
all
our
comes
time,
around.
just in our time. So people who hated
America.
her, and to kind of cast a negative light on the monarchy, they was like, well, look at them, they spend our money. So there was all of this. So the media started to say, and when the people of France say, we're hungry, we don't have bread, and she answered, qu'ils mangent de la brioche. So technically, she didn't say let them eat cake. She said, well, if they don't have bread, they should eat brioche, which seems very out of touch, very cruel. So it was translated in English as let them eat cake, but it's so like efficient and it crystallized in people's minds. So you have politicians being represented on political cartoon as let them eat this or let them that. So it's just so efficient, so short.
Well, and that's all my students knew, right? When we were
Right.
getting into this project, we asked them right away before Doe told us everything about it, was what did they know?
Yeah.
And that's the only thing they knew, right? Was
Yeah.
the let
Right.
them eat cake. And
Or it's-
so
yeah,
it was
it's-
fascinating to see them go down the rabbit hole of a lot of different things. So
And it's funny because, Coppola had a lot of macaroon in the movie, which were not invented until the 19th century. So that was completely anachronistical. The fact that we think cupcake macaroon, that's
Anachronism.
wrong. Or sometimes you can see an image of Marie Antoinette with an Eiffel Tower. And that's my favorite stuff.
With a what tower?
The Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel,
Interesting.
Eiffel,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how we say it here.
Eiffel Tower in Paris. That ugly metal.
Whoa! I thought we were supposed to love that thing.
I
I
don't.
went to King's Dominion. They made a little one.
They have one in
One
Vegas
third
too.
the size.
This feels like there's some mythic level to this. I'm not
Very,
grasping.
very sweet.
It's the end of an era, the beginning of the modern age, with getting rid of the kingdoms going back to maybe hundreds and if not thousands of years prior to.
No, there is definitely a mythical quality, and like I said, it's about the iconic status. You reach iconic status level when you have an action figure of yourself like this.
Ah,
You
Jay.
know, when you have all
yours
of this.
is on the way, man.
Yeah, like what could
You're
be
that
the
close.
crystallization of Jay? Maybe it's a silhouette, maybe it's a hat, maybe it's your body.
It's definitely going to come complete with a
It's
tucker.
the little dog. Yeah, it's the little white dog.
And it's almost like like say
it's a hemorrhoid
Princess
donut.
Di as a remnant of
Princess Di,
a
yeah.
remnant of that.
Very much so. And there is, I often compare Marie Antoinette to Lady Di or Marilyn Monroe. It's that martyr that people love to hate, and then some people say, no, it's awful, we hate the monarchy, and some people say, well, So there is that mystique very much. So that's iconic status. And mostly it has to be immediately identifiable. Like you can immediately say, that's Marie Antoinette. So mostly it's just the big hair, the poof, some sort of dresses perhaps, and a cake or guillotine. And like those elements together are very easily iconic.
Oh yeah.
So you reach iconic status when people can identify you with few elements.
I'm not even like a super fan or anything, but all that stuff is like, I'm like, you're not a super fan. You
I'm not at
collect
all.
this stuff.
I collect representation. So that's why we call her MA by the initial, because it's no longer about Marie Antoinette. It's not about her at all. It's about like what we do as craziness around that, And when you think about Lady Di, they have almost that pseudonym.
Yeah.
That's Diana Spencer.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's the same. I mean, people are crazy about that guy.
An icon.
It's an icon. So, like, what's an icon and what do we do with it? I'm not interested in that at all. I'm interested in us.
Sorry, I just was at a like, whoa moment. Because, you said Jesus and it's like all the stuff that comes with the action figure. If like one of the things is the crucifix, would he really want to be represented with that? Because that probably wasn't a great day for him. And 3 days or whatever.
It's always, everywhere she goes, she's got a...
No head.
Whoa! Everybody stand back. I had a breakthrough.
But the Jesus action figure floats on water.
Oh! Wait, is it rubber duck?
But no,
it's ducky.
If you compare like any historical figure, you can have like Napoleon or Louis XIV. So you look through time at nowhere near that level of representation. Yeah. Especially through countries and all.
I play Risk, the old board game, but I play it on a computer. And all the characters are Napoleon based.
Yeah,
they all have wear their hats, like kind of like that game. Yeah, over there.
So that's what is fascinating with my study starting in history, because we need to learn about this and also have fun with it. So this is also to show students like what you can do with history. It's like, well, I can go to all over the world and collect little salt and pepper of Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Well, thank you for bringing in all of the things. Thank you for sharing your story. And again, when is the date on this?
Thursday, May 7th, 5:30, Duke Hall, JMU campus.
But your presentation is 4:30.
Yeah, my presentation is 4:30. So come to understand. It's very interactive. I play a lot of music. I show a lot of video. Did you know that Madonna, Katy Perry, like you're going to see a lot of celebrity impersonating Marie Antoinette, and it's going to be a lot of debate. So it's fun. And then at 5:30, we open up the whole show. And then after this, there is food and the reception. And it's free.
Keep straight, though. You are not at the gallery, right?
No.
So the 4:30 talk is in Miller Hall.
Miller Hall. Right.
This is like its own scavenger hunt. First, you must find Doe.
First, you have to...
So the conference,
4:30 at Miller.
it's part of a
Miller.
conference called Women in French, organized by my colleague of the French section in the language department. So Women in French, there is going to be a lot of talk, and we start on Thursday, and it's happening Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So as part of this is an event as part of Women in French.
This is just a component of a bigger thing.
It's a lot, yes, lot of level. It's a piece of cake.
And
It's a piece of cake.
if you can't make it then, the show is going to be up until May 22nd. So if you want to go there after everyone's left campus, because they all graduated and left for the summer, because we love our Townie summer. So stop by Duke Hall sometime.
Where is Duke Hall?
So if
at
you
JMU,
see like Hotel Madison,
Yeah,
it's just opposite Hotel Madison.
right on Gray Street. And
Yeah.
see that's where the Latimer Schaefer Theater.
Used to be.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and
I
it's,
wasn't wrong. It used to be called the thing I called it.
Yeah, it's like a art history department set up.
But so the Soho Gallery has been survived. Was there when it was still the
James Madison University.
We were still gracing the
Madison
stage.
College.
Madison College.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Jay starts to remember things that weren't there. I remember when that wasn't there.
There is a glass sculpture outside Duke Hall. So if you aren't looking or if you can't read English, look for the glass sculpture.
Don't walk into it.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
And Jay, I expect you're gonna come dressed up as Marie Antoinette.
Right. Are costumes encouraged?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
please,
Always.
yes.
That would be a really, I would be a really, very strange looking Marie Antoinette.
Well, they're gonna be,
I think you need the
some
hair.
of my friends coming, and they will be dressed up as, and they could be male or female. They could be Marie Antoinette.
Many Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette.
I'm not the right age
Multiple.
for Marie Antoinette. You got to be sort of happy, still
You're
be
really
have,
not being positive about
You
this,
gotta have
Jay.
you have to have the bloom of youth on you.
No, you don't.
Whatever your gender is.
You gotta
think
bloom
about
all right,
what
bud.
would,
Bloom at
what
your
would,
Jay,
what would she
let
look
them.
like?
I give you a
Let them,
clue.
Jay.
So
Let
Marie
them.
Antoinette is very popular with drag queen. So if you watch the drag
Oh,
queen
see?
show,
Perfect.
you can be a drag
Jay,
queen
you
Marie
can
Antoinette. You can be a man Marie Antoinette. You can be just a puppy. There is cat Marie Antoinette called Catwanette.
Could I bring,
It's everywhere.
There's a zombie. There's a zombie
Marie
and
Antoinette.
how about a dog?
Oh, they got that in zombie now?
Yeah, we got everything. Everything
dog?
under the sun.
A dog Marie Antoinette?
We have that.
Nice.
There you
They
go.
got dogs. They got it in dogs.
He gets excited now.
Let
Yeah.
them eat biscuits.
Oh my God,
There you
Tucker
go.
could totally dress
Yeah,
up as Marie
Tucker.
There you go.
Antoinette.
Yeah. Tuckerman.
And Trixie could be like the lady that wants to cut her head off. It would be really funny.
If you can think about it, we have it.
Okay.
There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you so much
perfect.
for being here. Appreciate it. I think the show's going to be cool. I'm going to bring my son,
Please.
and it'll be fun.
Please, that's
Yeah.
I'm
awesome.
super excited
Yes.
about it. So thank you both
Lot
so
of
very
surprises.
much.
Thank you.
I want to give. I want to shout out before we leave, Tony the painter. I know you've been
Yes.
listening to every episode now. Good job, Tony the painter. Grayson.
And Grayson.
Good job, Grayson. And anybody who has been listening to all these old episodes, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We've everything has exploded in our little podcast world,
yeah.
and I just really want to thank everyone for listening. You guys have been awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Tony should submit a painting. April
Tony,
30th.
Tony,
I'm
submit a
talking to
painting.
you.
Please.
There you go.
Any artist, please submit works.
All right.
So it's not just for it's just for students that.
Well, you know, we
Oh, there's a fudgy line.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Tony,
blurred.
show us you can be better. Come on, bring
you
the
can
paint.
bring something that
Bring the paint, Tony. Bring the paint.
I mean, let's
Or
say
we'll
you
cut your
cannot
head
enter
off.
the competition and win, but we would love to see your art. So if you're
Yes.
a caricature artist, or if you love to do something and Marie Antoinette inspire you, it doesn't have to be representative or figurative. It could be just a blood stain.
Ah!
A blood stain.
Start with that.
I did a painting series.
that had blood.
Your
My-
blood?
well, that's another thing. Like, I mean, my journal sometimes. But anyway, just personal stuff. Samples.
Keep that in the
Christian
jail.
is throwing up in the corner now.
Not a bit.
No, I did a triptych of about gluttony, and because there was the stuff going on. But anyway, I did a triptych of 3 famous people that were representing gluttony, and so Marie Antoinette is the center one.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to send you a picture of that.
Please. And you
'cause,
can
yeah.
have it. We can put it in a display because
Yeah.
this is
Cool.
this is
You might
exciting.
want to look at
cool
it first.
is
but yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
To
Look at that
it, Mom
connection.
Shackle.
Mom Shackle's an amazing
I'll
artist. She's
just
amazing.
send the pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun little. I like to work with spray foam insulation. I don't know if you've ever played with that medium. Use gloves. Use the gloves. But yeah, it's fun to just put onto a canvas and let it
So
expand and see what it's going to do. The expanding foam, yeah.
Marie Antoinette is everywhere.
Yeah.
You just proved it.
Yeah, so I,
I think
use
we're
that.
supposed to board the flight.
Oh my god!
All baggage should be returned to Concourse B. Concourse B, all baggage.
If you see a bag that isn't yours,
somebody's pointing at me, and it's not in French. So I guess the music is.
it's time to board the plane, Jay.
Take me to bingo heaven so I can meet Marie
Yeah,
Antoinette.
Adrienne came up with this.
That's
This
what we're
is
going to
amazing.
roll
I want
out.
to take a
Our
picture
cloud.
of that.
We've got our
That's
cloud.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, 2 doctors.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Dr. Doe and Dr. Adrienne. Come check out the Marie Antoinette exhibit and all that good stuff. You can. Thanks again to our sponsors, Ruby's Arcade in scenic downtown Harrisonburg, and the Restless Moons, and their newest space that's opening up. You can listen to the podcast anytime you want to, on whatever streaming platform you use, and you can join us for Bingo is Life live in person, 7:30 every Tuesday night. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next week, kids.
Thank you.
Bingo is Life, a post-bingo Harrisonburg podcast, is brought to you by the Brothers How to Show and our friends at Ruby's Arcade in downtown Harrisonburg, Virginia. If you've enjoyed the show and feel it's worth spreading a little joy in this world, please tell just one person that you like this podcast. Word of mouth, more than any other form of promotion, is how creative works get noticed and sustain themselves. Thank you, Andrew Hickey, for that bit of wisdom, and thank you, listeners, for being part of the fun.